welcome everybody. My name is Luke, and welcome to our tutorial. This is going to be a drum tutorial for the song Good, Good Father. We're going to be doing kind of an arrangement that we're making up ourselves here at church. So we're just going to get into it and talk about each pattern in the song and kind of a little bit of basic fill information. So the song is in 6/8 timing with a 148 beat per minute tempo. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your bass speed. Now I'm running a click track, so I can hold on, or I can keep that speed consistent. And that's going to be kind of important with the first part of this song, because the intro and the first verse, you're not actually going to be doing anything on the drums. So if you're running click track with your band, but you're the only one who can hear it, you might want to add in your hi-hat to keep tempo for the rest of the band. But if not, don't do anything at all on the drums for that first little bit, because you kind of let the rest of the instruments carry that music. Now, once you get into the first chorus, you're going to hit your ride very mellow, just like with this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who you are, it's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. So it'll sound like that just through the whole first chorus. Now, when you get to the end of that chorus, you might do a little bit of a cymbal swell, and then you're going to go to the rim shots on quarter notes, like this. So that'll keep your time really well, really consistent for your worship team. But you're also going to add in your bass on the 1. And you can also add in some little embellishments. You'll see them on that bass kick cam down there. But the one beat bass is very important. And then you're going to add in your snare on the 4 beat. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. So it'll all together look like this. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 2 measures of it. Now, another thing they do on the recording that's not a necessity, but it sounds kind of nice, is on the 8th note, the last 8th note of the measure, they add a double stroke. So that'll sound like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that, again, not a necessity, but it is just something that kind of sounds nice, and if you feel confident to add that, you might as well. Now, as you go into the chorus after that second verse, you're going to probably hit a fill, just to a very basic fill. Typically the fills in the song are just simple snare rolls. And then you're going to switch, or you're going to actually just keep that same beat, as you go through that chorus. So you're just going to hit those rim shots and your snare and your bass. You're going to do the chorus twice. Again, a fill in between would be awesome, just to kind of add some dynamic effect to the song. And then again, on that second chorus, you're still going to keep that same basic pattern. Now, as we come out of that chorus, we're going to go into the bridge, which is going to be dynamically a lot louder, a lot higher. So you're going to want to switch your rim shots to your ride. But besides that, it's going to be virtually the same pattern. You are going to hit your crash more often, just to kind of get that cymbal work in there. But that'll sound just like this. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there was a basic fill you saw there. That's a lot of what the fills are on this recording. They're really simple. You can embellish them if you want, or do another go-to fill you have for a 6/8 song. But those are the ones that are on the recording, and they do seem to fit very well with the dynamics of the song. So I would recommend just kind of sticking with that. Now, you're going to do that bridge 2 times, and it's going to be the same exact pattern the whole way through. So it's really not a complex drum pattern. Then after the second bridge, we're going to hit an instrumental tag, and the drums are just going to drop out completely. And again, that's just going to be carried by the rest of the instruments and the vocalist, or not even the vocalist at that point. Sorry, that's an instrumental tag. But then when the verse 3 kicks up right after that, the vocalist does come in, and you stay out. So it is really a mellower part of the song that you don't need to be involved with. Again, if you're not running click track, hit that hi-hat probably to keep your tempo. Or if you're the only one who can hear the click track, at least. But then in the middle of that verse 3, you are going to start building up. That becomes your responsibility as the drummer to really kind of get those dynamics kicked back up after they've dropped out. So that build is going to start with just your kick pedal and your ride on the 1 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to want to bring in that basic snare pattern again with your 4 and your double stroke there. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, I was kind of hitting those eighth notes on the ride with an emphasis on the 1 and the 4. That is a lot easier for me to do. It's actually a little bit difficult to just hit the 1 and the 4 with that ride hand. It's surprisingly difficult. So if that doesn't work for you, you can hit the emphasis on the 1 and the 4 and just get some kind of accent notes in between on the other quarters. Now, as we get to the end of that verse, you're going to want to build really strongly. So they kind of just switch to a snare roll that'll look like this. And that can just end just like that. You don't have to do any fills or anything, but you can to transition into this last chorus, which will just go back to that bridge pattern of your ride on your quarter notes, and then the bass and the basic snare pattern that we've been doing this whole song. So you can rewind back to the bridge if you need to look at that again. And that is going to be kind of a 2-chorus ending. But you're going to want to talk to your worship leader, whoever you're playing with at the time, to figure out how you want to outro the song. You might want to linger on another chorus that's low, or even build back into the bridge, or just do another bridge that's low. There's a ton of possibilities, and your worship leader's the guy to talk to about that. But that covers all the patterns and some basic fill info of this song. Thanks for bearing with us, guys, to the end. Thanks for checking out the resources. If you need any other worship resources, you can check out our website, pursuegodnetwork.org/worship. That has a ton of awesome worship resources for other instruments, not just drums. And also, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, guys.